And that was the drama surrounding Maxwell Jacob Friedman and MJF. MJF no-showed an autograph signing. Then there was rumors that he booked a trip back home after the media call that Tony Khan had. I believe it was Thursday afternoon or evening. MJF, quote tweeted a quote from Tony Khan and said, "F this place," and then he quickly deleted it. There was rumors that he wasn't even going to show up to the show. He showed up right before his match, which was on first, left right afterward. And according to speculation, he and Tony Khan are supposed to sit down. Tony Khan was asked about it in the post-match presser, and he said, "I have no comment on the situation."
Yeah.
What do you think of all this MJF stuff?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, really.
I don't either.
I don't know if it's, work, a shoot or not, One thing about it, if they are working us, it's a good work. Mm-hmm. It's a good work. It seems authentic. It seems like it has a real feel to it. And that's why I feel like wrestling still can be that deal that make people come out to see it, because they don't know all the outcome. They're still want to know man, how is this thing going to play out? They want that thriller ending. I think so I think in wrestling now, with social media being used the way it's been used as of late, it hasn't done wrestling a service at all. But for something like this to really make something like this really feel real, to where MJF almost no show one of the biggest event of the year because of something going on between him and Tony Khan and the company and whatnot. And for me, it's believable, because it's like when I went to TNA, a lot of guys that went there before me, and a lot of those guys went there and they made a boatload of money off of TNA, right? And then you had those originals there like Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and those guys would get like chicken feed. Literally, they would get like the crumbs, and they were the guys who were the backbone of that company. And to hear the company praise you as one of the four pillars, and then you're not getting treated like one of the four pillars, it can make you feel a certain way from a realistic perspective. So I can buy this, so no pun intended, but I'm all in.
I think that, as with any good storyline, and actually Tony Khan said this on that press call. He said, essentially, when real life bleeds into the on-air show, it makes things more interesting, right? And I think that there's real elements to this story. I think there are real disagreements between Tony Khan and MJF regarding his worth. And if you ask me, if I were to ask you, Book, actually, who's the top heel in AEW, your first answer is probably going to be MJF, right? And in the history of professional wrestling, your money is drawn from, the top heel, really, your top babyface and your top heel. You need the good and you need the evil to get people in the door most of the time, right? So I would think, if you see how beneficial MJF is, not only to his matches, but the overall show and what a draw he's become, I think that you throw him some great money to stay, and maybe they have. Now, if he really did have intentions to walk out and no show the event, I don't like that at all. I don't have any respect.
I like it a lot.
I know you do, but I don't like it at all.
You walk out and go straight to WWE. I'm just
no, I know. Well, to me, it's akin. And there's different situations, but they're somewhat similar. The Naomi and Sasha thing. We still don't really know a lot about that, so it's hard to make too many comparisons. But if you were to no show it and leave them hanging, right before the
no, look here, I agree. Whatever happened. But he went and fulfilled his duties, and then he left immediately thereafter. I get it. We'll discuss this down the road. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? But like I say, life and reality in professional wrestling, we've always tried to blur that line a little bit.
Mhm.
And for me, I like it. That's just part of the business. This thing with MJF, do it have some bite to it? Is it something that could actually really, really happen? I think so, because I really think a guy like MJF, people say, a lot of people say if he go to WWE, he'll get buried. But I think if MJF went to WWE, he would be one of the biggest stars this world has ever seen. Just because I think like this as well. In AEW, who's talked about the most there in an upward scale, in a positive way, as far as perhaps being the next big thing as far as professional wrestling go? Who are they talking about?
It's MJF.
So my thing is, this guy got all the cards, man, and it's just about how he's gonna play them more than anything, because at the end of the day, I think CM Punk actually said that at that press conference. It's about making the most money, and I think it was something else, but I remember that line more than anything. Making a lot of money, and whatever it was. But I think MJF is cut from that same cloth as far as a guy that is not going to be counting how many bumps he took when his career is over with, but how big his bank account is. What's up, this Booker T, two-time Hall of Famer? I know you're checking out the Shine, checking out the Gloss. I want to thank you guys for checking out Row on YouTube. Hey, don't forget to click and subscribe to check out all the latest content right here each and every week. Now, can you dig that, sucker?